aquí, ven aquí, ven aquí, ven aquí.
Alright, don't do that, you're gonna knock your camera over.
Ven aquí.
Okay.
Kamusta mga ubes, mga Jaycationers? I am here with the traveling Clatt, Mr. Tal, and the one and only Steve.
Steve Yalo, what's up?
Mabuhay. Mabuhay. Kamusta? This is how this video is gonna go.
You totally had me sitting there for like a minute. I was waiting.
Anyways, suddenly we're quiet. We've been joking around the whole time. Okay, so today I wanted to bring these guys in. You've seen the Q&A with Haley. We were talking a little bit about YouTube life and all that. I wanted to talk to these two fine gentlemen about community on YouTube and the travel community, and you know, seeing your viewers, seeing friends like this all around the world. Tal, let's talk about Tal a little bit. When we met, was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, when we met, we were surrounded by a bunch of other fellow travel creators, and it was this really enriching experience. And from that, like, some deeper connections came. And obviously, like, throughout that journey, slowly I met people like Steve, like Jay, and we've been able to like connect with people like that around the world. It's been a really fantastic experience.
How has your community grown from that point when we met till now? And how do you think, what did you do to make it grow that way?
Well, so for me, like when we first met 2 years ago, I was at around 4,000 subscribers. I'm now getting close to breaking that 80,000 mark. So it's been like a large process of growth, but a lot of it was very methodical, following things that I heard about the algorithm on YouTube and following growth strategies and following trends. A lot of places around the world I went to were specifically for growing those trends. Things like the Philippines, like Japan, like doing the Trans-Siberian Railway, like visiting the UK, really honing in on subjects that I knew were going to be able to get me views and new subscribers, but also make really dope content and have fun myself. And so it's just been a strategy of like chasing topics and trends around the world pretty much.
And how about you, Steve? How do you hook your viewers in? Let's say somebody's going to your channel for the first time. What kind of stuff do you do to, you know, get them involved in your channel and have them feel like they know you?
That's a good question. Well, my channel is related all about travel and my travel experiences, so I try to make it entertaining but also very informative, because I was actually inspired to go travel myself by watching other travel videos. So I'm trying to share that inspiration and show what I'm doing, show what I'm traveling, explain it, how I'm doing it, so hopefully that can inspire and motivate others to go travel themselves.
What I really like about our three channels is I think we really like to put our personalities into these videos.
For sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also like to provide information and recommendations. How do you guys formulate information for, like, you know, for today when you went to Old Town or went to a restaurant? How do you guys do research and come about what you're gonna say in your vlog?
I think for my channel, it's sporadic. So sometimes I will do my due diligence and do research, and I will actually prepare forms on the internet or write down notes on specific things that I need to know to talk about in the video. And then there's other times where I'm in the location and randomly I will decide to Wikipedia it and just bring up information from Wikipedia, from other sites online, videos that I might have seen before. A lot of it, what I try to do is re-talk about topics that I already know that I'm knowledgeable about, because then I feel like people will resonate with me because I'm passionate about it. But it really varies. Like sometimes I know my stuff, sometimes I don't know my stuff, sometimes I even learn it on the spot by just reading a plaque or so.
Yeah.
And for me, it is, all of my travels are spontaneous. I'm very open and honest about how I travel. I don't plan a lot. Sometimes I plan a week in advance, but that's pretty much it. I try to keep my travels as open and as flexible as possible, because that's how I suggest travel is best. If you stick to a definite plan, then sometimes it can be rather stressful if you don't accomplish what you're looking to do. So I always just go out there, and sometimes, like, what we'll do, we'll walk around a town and ask locals where they recommend to go. If we're hungry, we ask someone on the street, what do you like to eat?
Yeah.
And then I show that in my video, so you get a local's perspective. And yeah, I honestly don't really plan much in advance. I kind of just wing it, and I show that I like to promote that style of travel, because a lot of people have this belief or this perception that you have to plan all this stuff, and you don't, and you don't even have to do much. Like for me, I just purchased a ticket and I'll figure out when I go. Just go, and you'll have a great time.
And you know, you let our personalities do the work, right?
Yeah,
because that's like, if you're not showing who you really are on camera, your viewers aren't gonna really connect with you.
100%.
Right? And like today, we've been vlogging. You'll see the vlogs. Like,
Yeah, we
they're
get
awesome.
silly.
We're a little silly, guys. SEO. Let's talk about SEO on YouTube and battling with the algorithm. What are changes in the algorithm that you guys recently seen that have been bad, and what are things that you're finally getting a hold of and grasping?
For me, a lot of learning about what thumbnails and titles work, because there's been such a shift now with thumbnails and titles. Figuring out what YouTube is not going to filter out and what YouTube is going to push towards your audience has been like a real game changer. And there's some topics that I know for a fact, no matter what I upload, they're going to work. No matter what. Doesn't matter if I upload them now, a year from now, 2 days from now. Algorithm friendly no matter what. Throughout the future, it seems like they're evergreen content that will always bring in views. And then there's other variables where I try, maybe even videos like today, where let's say for example we were crossing the border from Tijuana to Mexico. I'm not sure, or from Tijuana to San Diego, from Mexico to San Diego. I'm not sure if those topics are going to work or not, but they're one of those things that I'm going to try. I'm going to test the algorithm, and it's going to push me a little forward to know, yes, this is something that it likes, or yes, this is something that it doesn't like. And just kind of playing with the algorithm, always toying with it. And it does have some destructive elements, because my channel tends to suffer from that, because sometimes there are videos where the algorithm won't push at all, and it knows like this is not something that your audience wants to see. And then there's other videos that do successful, like, and they're crazy really good. So it's all so many variables, so many variables.
I think it's just a constant learning process too. It's all about experimenting with new types of videos, new thumbnails, new titles, and really just throwing things out there and seeing what sticks. And then you can kind of go back and look at the analytics from past videos to see what did well, and then you might be able to start to develop some trends. You can see this type of video does well, maybe I'll do this type of video more. Or it's pretty interesting as a travel vlogger, because I'm always going to different locations, so you can see the difference between one country versus the other. Like in the Philippines, we all get a lot of views, and then I went to South America, I went to Colombia, and I got significantly lower views just overnight like that, just because I was making videos about a different place. So it's interesting to experiment and learn about how the algorithm, and I don't think anyone really knows exactly how to use the algorithm. The algorithm is changing. Yeah, it's constantly changing, it's constantly evolving, and sometimes people complain about it, but ultimately I think it's there to help us. And I mean, we're all just trying to learn and do our best.
Yeah. And while we're in the topic of travel, of course, a lot of my viewers are from the Philippines, a lot of his viewers in the Philippines. What did you guys enjoy the most about the Philippines, and what did you learn about the culture, and will you be back?
For sure I'll be back.
We're definitely gonna be back.
Actually, already planning a trip within the next
The three amigos to the Philippines. Let's go.
Trip. I think for me a lot of it was the people.
That's what I was gonna say.
And the environment. Like, I mean, but there's so many things, it's so hard to choose one, because the nature is mind-blowing, the people are mind-blowing, the fact that so many things are so cheap or free are also mind-blowing, so accessible. The country feels like nothing is too far away, even though it's a relatively big country and things are separated by large bodies of water. It always feels like you can get somewhere where nothing's really out of your reach. And if something feels like it's out of your reach, there's always a person willing to help you get there. And so it's been one of the things. But I remember a friend of mine who lives in the Philippines, he told me what he admires most about the Filipino people was the resilience. And that was what resonated with me, because whether you meet a Filipino that's an overseas worker, or a Filipino that's an overseas worker, or a Filipino living in the Philippines, it always seems to be this mindset of like, no matter what, we're going to get through it. No matter what, we're gonna help each other get through it. No matter what, if it's tough times, we will get to the next point in our challenge, which I admire a lot, because, you know, dealing with the type of lifestyle that we have, there are always things that you have to go over, always bumps that you have to go over, and having people, a whole country of people who are relatively on the same mindset is really helpful for success and for kind of channeling the inner successful person inside of you.
Absolutely. And I mean, I would definitely #1 say the people is what made my experience in the Philippines significant and memorable. But as I travel, I kind of rate countries on a few different scales, and specifically in Southeast Asia. I spent about a year in Southeast Asia, and as a budget traveler, one of them being the cost of things. So in the Philippines, so things are relatively cheap compared to other parts of the world, so it's an amazing place to go as a budget backpacker. Two, like you mentioned, the environment. The nature is just out of this world. It's amazingly beautiful, and then on top of that you have the nicest people ever. And for me, as a foreigner coming to the Philippines and also other countries in Asia, being able to communicate in English was a huge benefit for me, because I was able to actually have conversations on a deeper level with people and actually get to know people much more, as compared to when I was in Thailand or Vietnam, where, you know, some of the younger people would speak English. Sometimes it was broken English, but the average person did not speak enough English to go beyond the, you know, very general greetings and things. So being able to connect with everyone in the Philippines and have some really genuine, heartfelt conversations, that's what I really enjoyed the most.
That language barrier, there's a barrier, but it's not as bad when you like start talking to people and you find out like, oh yeah, they speak English, and then like, Filipinos, they really feel like they have emotions, so like real strong emotions. So it's a great country. So we'll be back. I guess to end this, what are your guys' plans for the next year, for your vlog, for your channel, and where you want to go next?
What a question.
What's next?
I'll wrap it up quick because I see the battery's dying. Plans for the year? I don't have any. All I know, what I want to do is I want to do some big things. I want to do things that change people's minds, change people's perspectives, that really add a twist onto everything that they think. And I want to bring a giant change to this travel genre on YouTube and really set the pace differently by building an amazing community of people like my friends over here. How I'm gonna do it, I don't know. Where I'm gonna do it, I don't know. Where I'm going, I don't know. But hopefully I'll make it happen.
Yeah, and go follow him and see where he is going.
Come on down.
He's going somewhere. He's going places, guys.
Going places, ladies and gentlemen.
And you, Steve?
And my plans for the next few months, I'll be traveling around the United States of America. My home country, I've actually traveled so much more outside of the US, so I'm really excited to actually explore this country, because I know there's so many beautiful places. And I plan on going home to New York to see my family for the holidays. So I might spend a few weeks around December, and then hopefully in the beginning of January I'll be going back to the Philippines.
Awesome, man, and look out for that. So subscribe to Steve Yalo on YouTube, and look out for more collaboration videos between us three, because we've hit it off.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channels, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye guys! Mangubit!